Welcome back everybody to LackLuster Gaming, the show for those who love to game but know they're mediocre at best. And today we had a new card released, the Graveyard Spell. So let me know in the comment section below if you've received it. I know it's only been out for what, 9 hours or something like that, but let me know. And if you got it, I need some gameplay footage, so hook it up. Anyway, today we have a very special episode. As you know, yesterday we opened a legendary chest and got the we got the Lumberjack. That's right. So today's deck features the Lumberjack. I'm also using the Miner, the Log, the Ice Spirit, Skarmy, the Inferno Dragon. We'll talk about that in a minute. The Fire Spirits and the Goblin Barrel. Now, this is kind of a hybrid of the Hog Cycle and a bait deck. But there's no hog. Instead, I've swapped in the Lumberjack, and it's working extremely well for me. Absolutely awesome. In fact, it's gotten me to my personal best all the way up to 3302 in the Legendary Arena. Now, the Inferno Dragon, I know what you guys are saying. This deck has 4 legendary cards in it. Now, personally, I have 7. I've tried to put a deck together with all 7 plus the mirror. It does not work. But these 4 together work absolutely awesome. Now, if you'll notice in this video, the Inferno Dragon can actually be swapped out with the Inferno Tower. The Log, swap it out with Zap. The Miner, you can possibly swap it out for a Lumberjack. The Mini P.E.K.K.A. Or, if you wish, a Hog Rider. Now, if you have the Lumberjack, because this deck is featuring the Lumberjack. That's what it's all about. And I've been wanting this card since it was released, and finally got it yesterday, and it is absolutely amazing. And it took me a couple of tries to really figure out the best way to use it, and you'll see as we progress through this video how my gameplay adapts to the Lumberjack style. Now, on screen, you can see there's a Miner and a Lumberjack, but the Miner was taking the tank damage, and that's usually how I play a Miner. I'll send in a Miner and then a Hog Rider. The Miner sucks up the damage, letting the Hog Rider get to the tower and wreak havoc on the arena tower. But in this case, you want to send in that Lumberjack first so that he starts taking shots, so when he dies, the rage spell just rages out everybody around him, and it's absolutely amazing. And later on in this video, you'll see that I learned that, and I start using it to my advantage. Now, on screen, we've got a bunch of barbarians coming in, so we'll send in some fire spirits, and look at how much damage that does. The Skarmy takes most of the rest of that out, and the Lumberjack actually dies as a defensive card, but it rages out my tower, allowing me to defend a lot easier. Now, his deck is only 2.8 elixir, so it is extremely viable against any type of deck that you're gonna find in any arena. It's amazing. I mean, there's always something there to defend with. Look at this. I'm almost at 10 elixir, and I stay at 10 elixir almost the entire time because there's always something for me to play. I always got cards down on screen. It's very rare that I'm out of elixir thinking, oh my god, what can I do? What can I do? It's just always available. And that's why I love decks like this. These fast-moving, cheap cycle decks, control decks, these, they're just amazing. And working in the bait aspect of it into this deck has been more than fruitful. So that Goblin Barrel too. Now, there's a lot of fun tricks with this Goblin Barrel, and you'll see I use a lot of them. Now, we'll get to that as soon as I start playing with it a little bit more frequently. But now we are in our second battle of this basic challenge, because that's where I like to test my deck nowadays. It's a nice, it gives you a good idea of how well a deck will work at tournament standards, and it just balances everything out and kind of gives you a better, a different aspect of how the deck might work, because a lot of times in the Legendary Arena, I am going up against level 11s with level 12 cards, level 12 commons, and it's absolutely insane. Now look what we got on screen. I don't know if you saw that or not, but we're going up against a siege deck, and this is literally the deck that I featured yesterday. And if you didn't see that video, at the end of this one, there will be a link. Make sure you click on that one and watch it. For some reason, it's not getting any views. I guess siege decks are just really hated. I don't know, but I loved it. It was a lot of fun to play with, and if you've never played with an Expo, it's a great deck, and there's barely any legendary. I think there's just the log in that deck. So, and it's in the log, you can swap it out for the zap. Do something like that, and it's a non-legendary deck that works extremely well, especially in this challenge setting or the tournament setting. So, the board has now reset, and I've got not a whole lot to deal with. It looks like more of a defensive hand, but here comes the Lumberjack. Now that Inferno Tower is about to die, I'm going to put down the Lumberjack first. He's going to run ahead and start soaking up some of the damage, and as soon as he dies, rages out those skeletons, and they're going to take out that Inferno Tower. Now imagine if that had happened on the Arena Tower. Would totally obliterated it. So instead, we got to use the miner. I throw those that Goblin Barrel all the way in the back corner because it's a different spot. Each time you throw the Goblin Barrel, you have to throw it in a different spot. Always start out right on top of the Arena Tower, and then that way he'll zap you away, no problem. And then the next time you use the Goblin Barrel, throw it all the way in that back corner and see what happens. I guarantee you, more than half of the time they're going to zap. They're going to do a preemptive zap before the Goblin Barrel lands, and they're going to zap their own tower thinking that you're going to place your Goblin Barrel right on top of that tower, and they're going to miss. And those goblins are going to just do tons and tons and tons of damage on their tower. So check this out. I've got one tower down, and double overtime is really when these siege decks take over, because that Expo is 6 elixir. It's a expensive card. So at this point, he's tied up the game because of that double elixir. Now, he's doing really good at defending my pushes, and he's got these guards coming in, and as soon as they hit the bridge, just like I was saying yesterday, you put down that Expo, and then you just start sending things to it to defend it, and I'm just, I can't even work on that guy's tower because I'm just strictly defending against this stupid Expo. And I know, it's cheese. I hate it too. It's a lot of fun though. You gotta try it out. Trust me on this. Trust me on that one. You have to try it out. If you learn it, try it in some friendly battles just for fun. So it doesn't matter. It's not on the ladder. It's not in a tournament. Just try it out, because I guarantee you will not be sorry. If you learn how to use it, it's a lot of fun. So we're still trying to take out this stupid crossbow, but he's just, the rest of the deck is just so cheap that no matter what I throw at the crossbow, he's got something to defend, or something to defend it with. And there's just nothing I can do, and I'm just desperate at this point, just throwing anything I can at his tower and just not making any progress whatsoever. And the Skarmy, I'm trying to take out that Inferno Tower because I need it to be gone so that I can send something in and destroy his tower, but it's just going to be too late. I've got barely any hit points left on that tower. He's going to set up a defense, log me. Sorry about my wife there. She's sending me some house links, through text and whatnot. But look at that. I'm getting BM'd. This is, and so when I get BM'd, I gotta tell you guys, I get fucking tilted. I mean, sorry about the language, but like, it really stresses me out, and I get over anxious. And you can see I just jumped right into another battle because I'm so pissed that I need to wreck somebody. And in fact, you can see, normally I'm an extremely nice guy. And those of you that do know me, oh wait, watch this on screen. See, watch. Never mind. Wasn't exactly what I thought was going to happen, but you can see how much damage I did right there with such a low amount of elixir in that push. It was absolutely insane. And then the Inferno Tower just soaks up all of that. Fire Spirits take down all of those, and we're good. No damage done to mine. His tower's almost completely gone. But anyway, like I was saying, my wife, my kids, and we are all going to move to Colorado. She just got a new job. federal agency working at Fort Carson as a nurse. And I'm extremely proud of her. Just want to throw that in there. But yeah, so if you are in Colorado, or if you know somebody in Colorado Springs, let me know in the comment section. What do you guys like to do there? Is it a lot of fun? Do you guys enjoy living there? Because I'm a little bit nervous about it, but extremely excited. I'm currently based out of Los Angeles, and I've lived here my entire life, other than when I was in the military. Spent 3 years in Germany, a year in Iraq, and other than that, San Fernando Valley, Los Angeles County is where I've resided. So I'm excited to move, but a little bit nervous as well. Let me know in the comments. How do you like Colorado? How have you been there? Even if it's just been to visit. So now on screen, I'm going to log all of this away. I'm waiting for this Inferno Tower, and we get it down just in time to pull that giant. And it's just, oh man, it's just so nice. And look at this. That gets beaten down because I had to put it so close to giant that he was able to beat it down. But the Skarmy just takes over and wrecks the rest of all of that, distracting the Mega Minions so they didn't do any damage. So Fire Spirits takes out all of that, and I'm gonna start another push. I know I need to get that tower down, but I'm also gonna work on this left tower. So this strategy there, using 2 lanes to push, is so easy, and it's effective, number one, because your opponent, especially in these big, heavy beatdown decks that are extremely expensive with a 6 elixir Sparky and a 5 elixir Giant, they have to sacrifice their elixir defending one lane and pushing on another. And for these heavy, expensive decks, it's nearly impossible for them to do it and do it well and to win. So if you can force your opponent's hand, you'll be all right. And look at that desperate rocket. Opponent just leaves him at because he knows there's nothing he can do. And he probably could have tied up the game, but yeah, he just didn't have enough time. Didn't have it in him. So anyway, I got the jump on him, and we pulled off another victory with this tower. Now remember, Inferno Tower instead of the Inferno Dragon. Now, I don't have footage of the Inferno Dragon in play, but it honestly does work a little bit better. It's a little bit cheaper. I think actually with the Inferno Tower, it is a 2.9 deck, but with the Inferno Dragon, it is a 2.8 deck, so maybe I was wrong there. But let's get into the last and final replay. I got something very special for you at the end of this video, so if you've stuck around this far, stay tuned, because you're not going to want to miss this. And it's not a video clip or anything, it's something I'm doing specifically for you. So check it out. The Lumberjack is just hacking away with no life because of that miner. Now, sometimes that works, but what I've ended up finding out is what I like to do is place the Lumberjack down first and send the miner right after, so that the Lumberjack gets taken out first and rages up the miner. But you have to, if you do that, you have to put the miner in the front of the tower. So if you put the miner in the back of the tower, when the Lumberjack dies, then the rage spell will not hit the miner. So we're going up against a super heavy beatdown deck. This guy is using absolute bro deck. He's got the Valkyrie, he's got the Wizard, a Royal Giant, and a Giant. So hate these decks. Absolutely hate these decks. Number one, I suck at using them. Number two, it's absolute cheese, and I don't understand people who use them. And if you're in my clan and you're using them, or if you're a fan and you're using them, congratulations, hope you make it to legendary. But you won't see many decks like that up there. Trust me on that when I tell you, if you're using those decks, switch it up, try something new, try some of these decks, because if these are the decks that I'm currently using in legendary, and I'm at my personal best 3302. So guys, pick it up. Come on, keep playing every day. Now, on screen, we got another big push, and look at this. Super heavy deck. Not only did he have the Giant and the Royal Giant, he's also dropped the 3 Musketeers now. But check this out. Skarmy takes out most of that. I'm going to freeze up this Giant. I've got a Royal Giant on the right, so I'm feeling pretty pressured right now. Even though I already have 1 tower down, I'm pretty stressed out. So I'm going to log all of that. I'm dropping the Goblin Barrel as defense, which means I'm panicked. And that's what it means. If I'm dropping my Goblin Barrel on a defensive move, I'm extremely panicked. And look at this. I've got a Giant. I've got a Royal Giant. I've got a Wizard. I've got a Valkyrie. A little bit of a Skarmy left over coming in at me. And I am absolutely terrified. My King Tower is almost halfway dead. My Arena Tower has taken some damage. And I'm not even sure what to do anymore. So I'm pushing on the left. I'm pushing on the right. And at this point, I'm starting to see that Skarmy is undefended because he's saving up for. He's got to be saving up for the what do you call it? The Three Musketeers, but he doesn't. He drops the Royal Giant. I think he's desperate at this point. And look at that. I've almost got his King Tower down, so we've almost got a 3-crown victory. There's the 3 Muskies, and the Log gets the 3-crown forest. So an absolutely awesome deck. Works in almost every range, against any other deck except for my own Siege deck that I put out yesterday. But there you have it. Give it a shot. Let me know down in the comment section below if you've tried it and if you like it or what your personal best is with it. Now, on to the fun stuff. Right? Let's do a couple chest openings right here, but we are going to do a giveaway. I'm giving away a $10 gift card. Your choice. It'll be either for Google Play or the iTunes gift card, whatever your operating system of choice is. You'll let me know if you're the winner, but you need to type in #TrueFan in the comment section below. I want to know if you've made it this far into the video. Who's watching this long? How many people are watching this long? But don't tell anybody else about this. Number one, it'll negate your chances. It'll lower your opportunity to win, and the winner will be announced on November 1st. So stay tuned for that. Keep watching, and thanks, man. I'll see you guys next time.